Hi, this is Joe with Line 6, and in this video we're going to create a preset based off the Stevie Vaughan song Crossfire. Now in regards to amplifiers, Stevie traditionally used a combination of a lot of different amps at the same time, one being a high gain British amplifier paired with some sort of American clean sounding amp pushed pretty hard. So the first amp that we're going to select in this preset will be the Plexi Lead 100 Bright. Let's hear how that sounds. Okay, what we're going to do is we're going to pull that drive back some. We're going to boost the bass along with the treble and the presence and the channel volume. Early reflections is going to stay the same. The mic is going to stay the same. However, we're going to change that cab model from a 412 greenback to a 412 blackback with 30s. Okay, now that we have the first amp out of the way, let's get the second amp in. So in order to access amp B, I'm going to drag this amp icon above the mixer, and that brings in amp B. So from the amp model selection, we're going to choose blackface double normal. You got to bring that drive up a little more, bass up some, treble, presence, and then I'm going to bring that channel volume back some. What I'm also going to do is I'm going to select the 409 dynamic microphone, and I'm going to select the cabinet model to the 412 blackback with 30s. Okay, now that we have the amps in place, let's move over to the guitar. Under the mixer column is where we can access all the Variax properties. And currently we have the T Model 1 preset selected. Let's hear how that sounds. It sounds good, but we need a different single coil pickup sound. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to select the U-Spank 5 preset for a fuller single coil pickup. Okay, next up we need to address the tuning. So Stevie normally plays an E flat, so what I've done is I've created a custom tuning and I've offset all the notes by a half step. Let's hear how that sounds. Okay, we have the tuning, the guitar in place, along with the amps. Let's move over and add some effects. Alright, the first effect we're going to bring in is a wah pedal. So under effect type, we're going to select wah, and we're going to go with the Chrome custom model. We're going to turn that off for now. And then next up we're going to choose a distortion, and we're going to bring in the screamer pedal. We're going to bring that drive down quite a bit, turn the tone down, and we're going to bring up the bass control as well. Let's hear how that sounds. What that does is it gives us a nice lift in the lead tone without losing any of the amp characteristics. Next up we're going to select a modulation, and we're going to go with a rotary drum and horn. We're going to make sure that the tempo sync is set at 16. Also keep in mind the tap tempo speed is set at 109 BPMs. We're going to kick that horn depth back a little bit and the mix as well. And lastly, what we're going to do is we're actually going to move this right after the blackface amp. That way this effect is only going through that amplifier and not the plexi above. Alright, then lastly what we're going to do is add some reverb. So under effect type, we're going to select reverb, and we're going to go with the 63 spring model. We're going to turn the mix up just a little bit, along with the decay as well. Okay, now that we have all the effects in place, let's add some controllers to them. The last thing I want to show is how I assigned all these effects to the actual hardware controllers on the Pod HD500X. The first effect that we brought in was the Chrome Custom Wah. And what I did with the foot switch assignment was assigned it to expression toe switch, and I'm controlling it with expression pedal too. That way, when I kick down on the expression pedal, the wah engages. After that, what I did is I assigned the screamer pedal to foot switch 1, and then the rotary drum and horn I assigned to foot switch 2, but then what I also did was assign the speed parameter to expression pedal 1. That way I can move the horn speed with expression pedal. Then lastly what I did was assign our 63 spring reverb to foot switch 4. So if you're interested in using this preset live, or you want to use it for other Stevie Ray Vaughan songs that you'd like to modify yourself, at the bottom of the screen you'll see a link where you can download the tone we created today. Thank you for your time, and we'll catch you on the next video.